Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. In this video, I'll speak about EURUSD. And as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first, I'll cover the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is essentially what the big players in the market are doing and how they're moving and shifting their orders, which is what you see right here. By the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which at the moment is testing and rejecting to the upside a quite strong historical monthly demand and support area. From here, all these previous rejections to the upside were created. Every time the market tested this zone, it reacted to the area, showing strong bullish price action. And what we can see is that right now we're getting the exact same test and rejection to the upside, showing very strong institutional buying. And we will be speaking about institutional buying in just a few moments when we move to the commitment of traders analysis. But for now, let's keep in mind that at the moment the market is rejecting a strong historical demand and support zone. And let's drop down on the weekly time frame. Now, from a weekly perspective, the situation is very clear. We had a perfect inversion of trend. The market went from the creation of weekly lower lows and lower highs to then having this double bottom created exactly at this zone. Now the market has shifted to the creation of weekly higher highs and higher lows. So we had a perfect shift from a weekly bearish trend to now a weekly bullish trend. And as the market is currently pushing to the upside, we just had a new break of structure. In fact, the market has just broken to the upside this previous level of weekly resistance from which both these rejections to the downside were created. And now that the market has broken it to the upside, this previous resistance is now turned support. So what we could expect here is to see more institutional buying at this previous resistance turned support zone, essentially giving the possibility to the market to create a higher low at this area and continue with the bullish trend. Because as we know, a bullish trend is the creation and is created by a series of weekly higher highs and higher lows. What we can also notice is that as we have an impulse and correction, if we want to measure this correction, we have to take our Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg, showing us how we have the 50% and 0.618 and 0.786 retracements all lining up exactly in this zone, therefore creating a confluence of demand and support zone exactly inside of this area. Dropping down the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, here in the daily, we can notice how the market already is showing that there is some buying pressure at this zone. We already see 4 candles created exactly at the same zone, essentially at the demand and support level. So let's go and see what is going on when it comes to the institutional positioning. Well, if we look at the commitment of traders and we look at the euro, the first thing that we have to keep in mind is that by looking at the euro, we're actually already looking at EURUSD because all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. And what we can see here is that we went from 74.4k net positions all the way up to 128.2k net positions. So we had a huge increase of net positions, showing that institutions are moving back to the bullish side for the euro, therefore to the bullish side for EURUSD. And we can notice 900 longs added with the last report and 6,600 shorts getting closed. So clearly institutions are aggressively moving back to the bullish side for the euro, reaching a peak 242,000 longs compared to only 113,000 shorts from an institutional perspective on EURUSD. So let's keep all of this in mind and drop back to the charts. And by the way, if you still haven't, make sure that you join my free Telegram channel, which you find linked in description so you never miss new updates. Now back to the analysis. Now, in a situation like this, all this area is a quite strong area inside of which we have good probability of seeing more institutional buying. So in a situation like this, what would I expect? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily timeframes combined with the COT data, those are the best timeframes when it comes to the directional aspect of the market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential rejection to the upside away from this strong demand and support zone, fueled by strong institutional buying. That definitely wouldn't surprise me. Now, if you want to learn more, I really recommend that you go and check out my website, which is linked in the description, because what you see me share here on YouTube is actually just the tip of the iceberg. In fact, if you head over to the website in the description, you will have the possibility to join the best trading program on the planet. You will gain access to all the courses ranging from the very basics of charting all the way to the more advanced topics like building automated trading strategies using the MQL4 programming language, building portfolios of strategies using quantitative finance tools like the Quant Analyzer, and much more. You will have the possibility, in fact, to gain access to the trading station software with the Telegram notifications integration, one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, the COT data software, which often you see me use directly in my YouTube videos, on all my platforms actually. And if you scroll down, you will see that you also have the possibility to get the integration. So all my EAs, which you find here presented one by one directly on the website. And you also have the possibility to gain access to my live trading show. So I live stream of all the trades on my live account as they're opened, closed, trade, and obviously managed. And if you continue to scroll down, you will see that you have the possibility to join just after here the testimonials and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that at least you go and check it out. The link is in the description and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you leave a like. Also, let me know in the comments below any new pairs that you would like me to cover in my next videos. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss new updates, and I will see you in my next video.